Looks like some of those old trees that haven't been trimmed. We have to walk 7/10 of a mile to the buses. I talked to the cruise director about how demanding it is, and there's a lot, just walking for 15 minutes, and then lots of cobblestone and steps. So Larry's not going. Love those trees. There's a museum there, I think. This is a pretty walk. Mom would love those flowers. I think it's all iris on the top level. I'm on bus 34A today, which I got the front seat. We're just waiting to take off. We're just waiting to take off.
And he is, of course, our driver, ladies and gentlemen, this morning. He's renowned to be the best driver in whole Europe. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please give a big, big round of applause for Andreas.
Yay!
Andy, yes, he does everything. Andreas? No, you don't need to stand up and bow, no. Don't.
Hello. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome from Koblenz.
And wow, do you like the coach? Brand new. Can you smell new?
Yes.
Wow, I love this smell. Yes, but we will be putting the skills of Andreas to the test. It's not an easy drive up to the castle, and he is driving the longest one of the coaches. So I would just like to explain you a little bit how it's going to work. We're going to drive now 20 minutes to get to Marksburg Castle, right? And when we reach the castle, because of the size of the castle, it's not big like Heidelberg, it's a small castle. We have staggered entrances, which means the first group goes in and so on and so on. You know which one is the first group, yeah? Now, Group A, indeed. So you will be going straight in, and of course after you're done with the visit of the castle, you will have time for the souvenir shop, for the restrooms, for the cafeteria, for whatever you would like to do. But as I said, about 20 minutes. We're gonna leave Koblenz behind us, and then we're gonna take the same direction like we came from this morning. Now, we're going to turn here to the left, ladies and gentlemen, to go on the opposite side of the river. And can you see on the opposite here, as we turn to the left on the right hand side, there is a yellow building, which is the musical theater, and right next to it there is a greyish, bluish looking building. Can you see that? This is the local wine storage facility, like co-op. Now, if the asphalt would collapse for some reason, do you know where you would end up? In the cellar. In the cellar of the wine co-op. So can you imagine being stuck down there?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can see on the left side George House.
There's the palace.
George's house.
Yeah, that's my holiday place where I come. Not too shabby, right? No, but he is in one part right, Andreas. The only wrong part is, unfortunately, is not mine. But it used to be the holiday place of the Prince Elector. When he would come to supervise the area, he would stay in this humble little building that we left behind us to the left. It's called the residential, which means residential palace. Nowadays a museum. It's a museum, of course, yes.
Morgens Business Mensch, Kühler.
His wife.
40% Regen.
Wie bitte?
40% Regenwahrscheinlichkeit heute hier.
Heute?
Ja.
Wann?
Ist gemeldet, aber noch mal passiert.
Nee.
Good guy. I like him.
Dann wird nichts passieren.
He used to always admonish me.
Yes.
Ich
He
hab keine
did one
Rechnung.
time when we were on the golf trip in California.
Hast du?
My roommate came with me and I got him a golf scholarship.
Founded by the Romans. This one dates back to the Prussian time. The largest fortress in Europe today. And as I said, it dates back to the Prussian times, 1871. Massive, absolutely massive. And of course, if you want, you can take the cable car, as you can see from where we are docked right next to us, to go and visit it. It runs until 6 p.m.
Nein.
So,
Spinnt er?
I said to him,
geschwitzt, da kann man so
I sleep at least a half hour because I was
Der
driving
liegt-
a University
liegt
of Colorado
Ja.
car. And
Ja,
so
aber
I
nicht
said,
special.
good idea. So we got dressed and went down. It was about 7:30.
Name Stolzenfels, 14th century. Actually, the last 3 years under extensive renovation. They have done a remarkable, absolutely remarkable job restoring it. They have even restored the outside paintings, the wall stucco. It's the best example of the Rhenish Romanticist period, ladies and gentlemen, but unfortunately I haven't had the chance to go and visit it yet.
Ja, nein, ich habe keinen. Es ist privat, ich weiß, ja? Es ist privat, oder?
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is still under private ownership, but as I said, you can rent some parts of them if you have special occasions. And the ones on the left, perhaps you can see also the river, the Lahn River, and the little locks of the Lahn River. Can you see that? There's a small lock right there. The one sitting on the right hand side, do you see that factory on our right hand side down there? There is a factory, can you see that? Now this is the place where they produce all the paper for the German banknotes, for the euros. So if you would like to forge some euros, you need to take some paper from here. We're halfway there.
George, what's that big needle that we saw as we drove up? And
It's just a TV communications
That's
antenna.
it.
That's
Oh,
it. That's
okay.
it. Nothing. I mean,
it's pretty massive.
oh, it's huge because it's for the TV signals and the mobile networks
Okay,
to
that's what
boost
you- okay.
to boost the signal. That's why.
By the Rhine, I mean the Rhine split this thing into the middle. When we were in the mountain range of the Black Forest, actually millions of years ago, okay, the Black Forest mountain range and the Vosges Mountains on the French side, they were one. But then, of course, you had volcanic eruptions, and it was split in the middle, and the Rhine was created. You're welcome. And that's our destination right there. That's the Marksburg Castle. And I think from its position, you can already understand why it was never taken by any enemy. I mean, can you imagine to try to climb up that thing with full gear and everything? Remember what we said during the presentation, that Louis XIV destroyed approximately, I don't know, 300 villages and castles along the river. Why not Marksburg Castle? Was it impossible? No, of course he could do it, but probably the toll that he had to pay in losing troops and everything made it a bad idea. So he decided to bypass it. He didn't even bother to go and destroy that castle. And of course the three chimneys that you see right behind it are just the only remnants of an old silver factory, which was shut down because it was polluting the grounds and the river. The interesting coincidence, it was shut down after the mine was depleted. First they extract all the silver, and then it was bad for the environment. Yeah, what a coincidence. Back in the 70s, of course. Quite impressive, isn't it? When the Rhine stopped to be the natural border between the two countries, immediately after we left Strasbourg.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Mannheim and everything, that was pure Germany.
Okay.
The Rhine there is in the country. Good question. No, really.
Well, we saw the change of names, and I was
Yeah,
trying to figure out what.
yes.
Yeah.
No, but this is a very good question. Now, Braubach is a little town which became famous because of the Marksburg Castle. As I said, is a very important monument here in Germany. You can see, for example, the bell tower there, the clock tower of the old town. You will see some half-timbered houses. You will see part of the town wall and the city gates, which has been restored last year perfectly restored, to be honest. Lovely, nice little place, yes. Very quiet. And this is the tower I was talking about, the city gate, right in front of us. And you can see
Fraternity house. Beta house.
Oh,
It was
okay.
at Broadway and what was it, college there?
Broadway
Now
College.
it's the Colorado bookstore, I think.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore, that's gone
It
too.
closed about a year ago.
No?
Now, so what I remember is the riots in the early 70s. So the Colorado bookstore at that time had been somewhat rebuilt, and they had 25-foot high mirror glass windows surrounding the entire building. During the riots, it all got destroyed. So they ended up
Die müssen nicht erlaubt sein hier.
instead, so it had no windows.
Oder?
So that's the Colorado bookstore I remember, and now that's gone.
Noch einer?
Yeah, that happened in 72.
Ja, langsam.
So I graduated. I didn't go to CU, and I graduated from college in 77. So that was
On a wait till we get to the spring here.
I think my parents wanted us to
Yes,
go
it's
to
a
a
topic like
different
here.
part of the country, so we'd have a appreciation for what we grew up in, and I mean, it was just one of those there were 4 of us, we all returned.
I don't understand why.
But growing up there, you can, I think, take it for granted sometimes it's very sad, so.
Just leaked all over everything now.